What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and we are back on the Tap test servers to keep going through the battle for the Forbidden Land or Forbidden Zone Showdown, whatever it is in the English version, whatever. It is something to note. We now have confirmation, since I've been able to jump on 2 daily back-to-backs. You're getting 6 of these Forbidden Land secret letters every single day, which is why people are already fighting the boss, because they basically got there on the 3rd day. And technically, this is, I think, the 4th or 5th day at this point. But I kind of want to keep showcasing to see how easy this is for a very starter account. I would still say this is a very starter account as far as like the quality of heroes. Yeah, we might have a bunch of Transcendence heroes, but let's be honest, they're not doing that much for us besides our Betty. And Betty isn't even our most optimal pick for something like this, because Betty is all about that CC and controlling an enemy team, whereas, you know, Lord of Fear Aspen or a Sun Wukong can whoop some booty. Now, we'll immediately see a huge survivability issue come into play here towards the end. I mean, granted, Arania's doing a pretty good job of staying alive. I'll be honest. Arania is, maybe able to solo this boss. Holy cow, I thought we were dead. What just happened? I know there's some Arania fanboys out there. I'm personally not one of them, but woo, that was a kill. Now, we did unlock a bunch of different things, more items, so we need to go through and make sure we're constantly checking these out. So these are, when using an active skill, there's a 50% chance to deal 800% damage to the target. Pretty good. When using normal or active skills, deal an additional 15%. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then after a normal attack hits, attack increases by 3%, stacking up to 15. That's pretty interesting, especially since if we already have like a lot of these default stats, that's not that bad. I mean, even like attack power, not great. I mean, a lot of these are kind of cool. I'm just going to equip the high quality ones, and then I kind of want something, yeah, damage reduction. That one is pretty big right there. Block, crit damage reduction, control immunity, healing receipt. Yeah, I think that's going to be the better setup. And I'm hoping we can continue to work through some of these bosses, because I'd like to know how far a very early game free-to-play player can actually make it in this event right here. Ooh, this boss actually does some shielding too, which, I mean, as long as they're not doing a crazy amount of damage to us, cool. Granted, that silence is pretty brutal for our damage from our Betty. Again, Arania, surprisingly, dark horse on this account right here. That healing was so clutch. One of these times, is it Betty's turn? There we go. Betty finally got to do a big attack. It happened. It happened. Got to break through the shield here, which is cool. That's fine. Okay, all right, that's fine. We're good there. We upload that. We do get 3 more of these. This is after a normal attack, the corresponding hero has a 50% chance to gain a shield. Okay, yep, I want that one. When the battle starts, there's a 50% chance to increase all damage reduction. Okay, I definitely like that one as well with a shield. I think there's a broken one, guys. I think there is a broken one. I like damage reduction. We're going to remove the holy damage one. I like the shield. I don't know what Fearless does at this point. Let's remove the attack ones. Let's go with some more tanky ones, because it does seem like our team will probably need the tankiness versus the extra damage output. So let's see what this actually ends up looking like here. If we can make sure we are not going to die too fast, that would be cool. That would be great. Our damage is, of course, suffering, though. It is a much slower kill here, and maybe going for the damage ones and just nuking them with Unbending Will Up could be the answer, because yeah, our Betty still went down there. Granted, we get to attempt this as many times as we want. Oh my gosh, Arania is just like freaking single target MVP against these bosses. So much healing, but not quite enough. Oh, you can upload it, but remember, if you're not getting the kill, you probably don't want to. Although I think you can, if you're not strong enough, I think you can go in multiple times against the boss. Oh, that's part of the reason right there. Whoops. I had the completely wrong setup for this girl. been forever since I've actually touched this server at all, so sure. Yeah, we don't really have any artifacts or anything, so we can go back in and just do this attempt again without using up one of those consumes to see if we can one-tap it. If we can one-shot it, that is ultimately the goal here. Again, these survivability ones might not be the play. It might just be better going all-out offensive and trying to nuke the boss down as fast as possible, much like a lot of these PvE game modes. Just try to get the kill as fast as possible is like one of the best things to do. Damage is definitely lacking, so we're going to cancel this. We'll try one more, but we're going to change some of these to more damaging effects. We're going to go with some of the big damaging ones. Wait, where do those other ones go? We got troll. Well, I mean, they're not really that big because they're just like critical strike and stuff like that, right? We still have. Yeah, I mean, I guess there really isn't a better option right now. So I think we're gonna have to 2-tap it. So let's see what that looks like for us. So let's go into this battle. Let's do multiple hits. Let's see what happens. And honestly, maybe Balance Strike was better for our Betty, but then again, she would have got one shot right there, so that's less damage we would receive. Granted, we're taking a lot of extra damage from these hits and everything. Rainia is gonna have to keep us alive to do some damage. If we can get over 50%, oh man, that was not even. I'm gonna cancel that one. We're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back again. We're gonna run it back to the other method, back with Balance Strike, because it seemed like with the RNG that did actually end up working better. So let's get another fight in, see what the damage numbers look like. Again, Betty should just keep herself topped off as long as she's not getting completely one shot. We're in the clear. Granted, we get some damage reduction from the Ignis too. Ooh, that was really close, but she got some shielding. Eesh. Oh my gosh, but oh, there's like a counter type thing. Whatever. We're gonna upload it, so we are gonna have to use that, but that does mean we're now gonna have to go in and do a second battle to hopefully finish him off. And again, you can redo this second battle as many times as you need to get the kill as well. Just keep that in mind. Betty went down really fast. That's not looking promising. Granted, we have a couple heroes still up. Maybe Arania pulls this one out of the bag. All right, we upload it and that clears that one out, and we go up to the next tier, which is tier 4. Now, we need to get a few more things down here. Increase own energy. A shield is applied to yourself. There's a 50% chance to gain health too. Oh, some of these are just completely broken, it seems like. Interesting. That's kind of crazy. Don't know which ones I like here. I'm going to try a couple different ones, just see what works. I'm expecting to get blown out right here. Like, to be honest, I'm expecting to not get this in 2 hits. I'm expecting 3, maybe even 4 on this one here. Man, the healing is not adding up very quickly. Now, Arania MVP, maybe. She does really, really good against this boss. I don't know if she's got enough damage though. That's the thing. Already procced Unbending. It's below 50% though, which is good. I'll take it for sure. I think Betty, we definitely have to change her back to Unbending Will now for sure. But again, this is a very low power type account, so it's kind of cool to see how this works out. Let's see if we can get a second hit in, record the kill, and get some of those purple runes. So as a free-to-play, you'll probably get to the boss. It's just going to take a little longer if you are an earlier game player. If you're a later game free-to-play, you probably shouldn't have any issue getting to the final board pretty easily. So yeah, we procced Unbending Will, but we still got a bunch of hits. No problem. Cool. So we got that one. Upload that one. And again, we still have 5 more bosses we have to finish out. These were increasing your attack. Damage equal to 10% of the belt damage if it's a crit. And when releasing an active skill, there's a 70% chance to also deal 1500. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's going to take a little while for us to get to the boss, because right now we're rank 1823 on TapTap, but you have to remember TapTap is a much smaller community of players as well as spenders, and you are ranking up points. It's not like you have to get to the boss to necessarily get points, but right now we're already looking at this type of reward, so not bad for a just free event. There was a confirmation, I believe. If I go to announcements or event spoilers, maybe it was. So they did clarify a little bit here. They said this was going to be taking place periodically on a 7-day cycle between Force War and Starland Arena. That's interesting. Oh, so it alternate between the two. So it sounds like it'll be like Force War, then Forbidden Showdown, then Starland Arena, then Forbidden Showdown again, which is pretty interesting and cool. We'll have to see what it looks like, but again, rewards I feel like seem pretty solid for just something so easy to do. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think. It's another way to get Grimoire materials, which is one of the biggest things, and I'll see you guys next time.